happy, safe and an eco-friendly Diwali. While we are celebrating, let's also keep in mind that excessive levels of bursting of crackers and celebrations may be cause of concern for our neighbors, may be cause of concern for people around us and for the environment. After all, many of us live in cities where pollution levels are already very high, and some estimates put that with excessive celebration of Diwali and the bursting of crackers, pollution levels go up by about 30% during this period of time. A lot of the crackers contain very dangerous chemicals which remain suspended in the atmosphere for long periods of time, because after all the descent of winter is upon us, and smog can be an area of concern, and this can take a little time for it to disperse over a period of time. So keeping all this in mind, let us try and understand how well Diwali can be celebrated, because after all festivity is important, and this festival is upon us, and it is a great festival. It is a festival of India. It is an ancient festival, and it is very much part of our traditions. So we have with us in the studio Dr. S.K. Sharma, Professor and Head of the Department of Medicine at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, who will help us understand about the environmental impact on our lungs and various other aspects of our health. Dr. Bharat Gupta is a former professor of Delhi University and an expert in the Indian classics, and also on a cultural analyst. And Chandra Bhushan is Deputy Director General at the Center for Science and Environment. We'll start with you, Mr. Chandra Bhushan. I did say in my introduction that pollution levels go up by about 30%. Is that more or less right?
Even more.
Even more? Give us the details.
You must understand that we already have projections for post-Diwali. Projections have already come out. Essentially, if we continue as business as usual and there is not much control on the kind of crackers we are going to use this year, then we are looking at tenfold increase in pollution level compared to the standards. Okay. So our standards are about, for particulate matter, our standards are about 600. The projections are that the pollution level could be 1000 microgram per meter cube. So which is 15 times the standard.
Right.
Okay. And similar projections are also for increase in the level of NOx.
Okay.
Nitrogen oxide.
Right.
Is there. But the most important thing is that we don't have such high level of sulfur pollution generally.
Okay.
But because a lot of the crackers that we use have sulfur levels, okay, so sulfur pollution, SOx levels are also likely to go. So we are going to see a heady mix, toxic mix of pollutants post-Diwali. That's what the projections are already on the table.
And Dr. Sharma, what are the areas that one should be concerned about with this heady mix of toxins that are going into the air?
Even if people who have normal lungs, and especially children, infants and elderly individuals, that means actually past 65 or 60 years of age, they are at risk, especially people who have pre-existing, I will say, that they have a respiratory, cardiac or some cerebrovascular diseases. They are actually at more risk, or some skin allergies and etc. They will become aggravated during this period of pollution.
Yes. Dr. Bharat Gupta, well, this is obviously one of our great ancient festivals, Diwali, and it's a beautiful festival, the festival of lights. But now, some are saying it is the festival of lights, it's not the festival of noise.
Right.
It is the festival of lights, but it's not the festival of smoke.
Right.
How would you try and put it into context?
There can hardly be a difference of opinion on this. In my childhood, I never heard crackers at all, or very, very few, here and there. Or even 25 or 30 years ago, the amount of cracker explosion was very, very little. I think this is our new Indian middle class, which is morally irresponsible in every aspect of life, which somehow has fallen victim to this, and it has nothing to do with tradition. Hindu worship is all the time talking of Deepan, and if it is talking of sound, then it is sound which is music, sound which is very good to hear, which is spiritually elevating, which is mantras. It's a very, very sophisticated system of making a offering to God.